Danny had exactly $7 left. Not $7 until payday. $7, period. And he was about to hand it to a stranger at a bus station. The dumbest decision of his life. The next morning, a black car was parked outside his apartment. Engine running, waiting for him. Quick pause. If you're into stories where one small choice flips an entire life, tap the like button and hit subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it's the only reason this channel exists. Okay, rewind. 18 hours earlier, Danny was 26 and his life was a leaking boat. Laid off from the warehouse, behind on rent. His phone had 1 bar of battery and his bank app showed $7.12. He'd screenshotted it as a souvenir of rock bottom. At the bus station, an old man in a gray coat was arguing quietly with the ticket clerk. His card kept declining. He needed to get across the city. His wife was in the hospital, and visiting hours ended at 8. The people in line looked at their phones. The clerk shrugged. The ticket cost $6.50. Danny heard himself say, "I've got it." Understand, this wasn't a rich man's charity. This was a drowning man handing over his last plank. The old man looked at him for a long moment. Too long. Like he was reading something. He asked Danny his full name. Danny told him, laughed, and said, "Don't worry about paying me back. Just go see your wife." The old man wrote the name on the back of his ticket, said one strange sentence, "Character is what you do on your last $7, and got on the bus. Danny walked home, 40 minutes, in the cold, because he could no longer afford the bus he'd just paid for someone else to ride. Now, the black car. Danny assumed it was a repo car, or worse. Then the driver stepped out, said his full name, and opened the rear door. Inside was a tablet, and on the screen, a live video call. The old man. Except now he wasn't wearing the gray coat. He was in a corner office, and behind him, on the wall, was the logo of a logistics company Danny had actually applied to twice and been rejected by a bot both times. His name was Gerald Voss, founder. 68 years old and famously, as Danny would soon learn, a man who took the bus once a month, in old clothes, through the districts where his warehouses hired, not for publicity. He never told anyone. He did it because 40 years ago, he was the man whose card declined, and a stranger's kindness bought him a bus ticket to the interview that started everything. Ever since, he rode the bus looking for one thing: character on the last $7. In 4 decades, he told Danny, he had run this quiet test more times than he could count. Most people looked away. Some filmed him for social media. Only 3 people had ever actually paid. Danny was the 3rd. The job offer wasn't a handout. Voss was too smart for that. It was an entry position in the warehouse Danny already knew, at fair pay, with one condition: a company mentorship track, directly under Voss, for whatever Danny could earn from it. And Danny earned. 3 years later, he was running logistics for an entire region. The screenshot of $7.12 is framed on his desk. Under it, he's written the old man's sentence: "Character is what you do on your last $7. And the first thing Danny did with his first real paycheck, he went back to that bus station, found the same clerk, and left an envelope. For anyone whose card declines, no questions. Because here's the truth this story leaves you with. Kindness isn't proven when it's convenient. It's proven when it costs you everything you have left, even if everything you have left is $7. If you believe there are still Geralds out there riding buses, subscribe and hit the bell. Next story. A company fired the useless old janitor to save money. 30 days later, the entire company collapsed. And when you find out why, you'll never look at quiet people the same way again.